Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all having a great Monday. As you can see, I was able to pick up a couple of these Fairfield repack boxes from Walgreens. So we're going to crack one of those open today. Hopefully soon in the mail. I should have some redemptions coming from Panini. About 2 weeks ago, when one of my breaks, I got 600 points. So I did pick 4 autographs up. But anyway, let's go ahead and get with this Walgreens Fairfield box here. Always do this, like to show the new viewers, up to 195 now, so it's really looking good. We jumped up a little bit this weekend. So if you're new to the channel, what I do on these boxes here, just kind of, well, any box that I open or any pack that I open, I'll show you the fronts, the backs, the tops, the bottoms, just so that way everybody kind of gets an idea what you have here. And of course, there's a little bit of information about Fairfield and their company. And the other thing, when you buy these boxes, look at the bottoms, make sure that this isn't pushed in, or that there's 2 little flaps here, kind of hard to see because I had it held wrong, but you have a couple little flaps there. Make sure if it's out like this, where it has, I mean, if there's no glue on there, that's one thing, but if it's been ripped off like that, don't buy it, because there's a good chance somebody has peeked in there or searched it or taken out the hit, if there is a hit in there, because these are known to have hits. It does say it on the package, 1 in 4. And normally the way that you can tell when you open it up is you'll feel one in a soft sleeve, which I do not feel a soft sleeve in this one, so more than likely no hit. But we did get a pack of 2019 Topps Opening Day Baseball, which we will open that here shortly. But we'll go through and see what we have here. We have 88 Donruss starts us off, an 89 Fleer checklist. I'm going to have to hold on to those because they're just going to spin around here. Looks like we're going to have, of course, as we usually do in these, a lot of junk wax, but I don't mind because I enjoy building these sets. A lot of these cards would be great TTM or through the mail. Still haven't started that project yet, but I will be getting on it at some point in time. Sometimes I'm just a little late to the party on some of this stuff, so... But I will get on it at some point. Just like this channel, I thought about it for 6 months before I pulled the trigger on it, so... And I'm glad that I waited. This is a Topps Traded from 1990. You can tell by the coloring of the border, and the back will be annotated with that T suffix on the number. Plus, the backs are a little bit brighter than the traditional base set cards. 88 Fleer right there. And we have a, is that a Stadium Club? Looks like a Stadium Club, but it's not. It's a Fleer Ultra from 94. Have an 80, or is that a 90? 91 Upper Deck. Another one. Looks like they got us covered with Upper Deck commons, so we're good there. Haven't really heard of any of those guys. I'm going to set this down so it makes it a little easier to sort through. I see an 86 Topps coming up. Greg Jeffries. He was a prospect for a while. We have a... Is that a Sports Flicks, or what is that? Yeah, Sport Flicks. From 95. I think that may have been the same company that did Speed Flicks, the racing cards. There's the 86 Topps that we've seen. Terry Steinbach. Of course, he was part of that 1989 A's World Series winning team. There's an 89 Topps. I had to make sure it wasn't a traded. Looks like another Fleer Ultra, or whatever that was. This is a base set Topps. You can see that the coloring on the front doesn't have as much yellow, and that back is a little dull, and there is no T suffix for the number. Mickey Tettleton, or I'm sorry, Mickey Weston. I seen the name Mickey, and we're bruised up a little bit, so that one will, I'll just go ahead and fling this one off screen, and it'll go in the bag of despair. We have here Donovan Osborne, looks like 93 Topps. How good am I guessing that? Getting better. So that is a 93 Topps. Looks like a 93 Donruss as well. I opened a box of that a couple years ago before I had the channel. Jack McDowell. So far, that Jack McDowell looks like our best card. So far, there's an 87 Topps with that wood grain design that I like. Tom Gordon. Another 87 Topps. 91 Topps there. Doug Rader, manager for the Angels at the time. A 90 Topps. Another 90 Topps. Danny Gladden. I see an 89 Donruss coming up. We're pretty familiar with that on the channel. It's a 90 Upper Deck. There's that 89 Donruss we've seen poking its head out a few minutes ago. Kenny Rogers. I don't think he's going to be doing much singing on that mound. So, who else do we have? Raymond Santiago. Here's one of those Leaf cards. I believe this is 91. Yep. Starting to get pretty good on these years. Open enough of these repack boxes. Billy Ripken, of course, he's got that infamous 1988 Fleer error card, which may or may not have been of an intentional design. Heard lots of stories about that one. Pretty interesting to see all the variations that have sprung up over the years. So there's the first half of it. Not really much to crow about, but kind of what happens with these. You get a lot of commons, and you grow to expect that. Here's some 89 tops. I'm working on that set. I had 2 of these sets when I first started collecting. They were given to me as gifts. They were the factory sets that were advertised in the Sears catalogs. Kirk Gibson, that's probably the best card we've got so far. I'll set that one aside. But if you remember the Sears catalogs, they usually had a handful of sports cards in their toy section on the pages, and you could order usually factory sets. Maybe they might have a box or 2, but highly unlikely. And they were usually really, really marked up. My mom got me one. I tried to beg her not to buy it because they were like $36 for a set of 89 tops. Wow, that card, that one's seen some spokes. What year is that? That's a 1980 top. So we'll just, again, it'll go in the bag of despair off to the side. Can't believe that one made it in there. There's a Jose Uribe 1990 tops. The 1990 Jose Uribe Fleer is the one that's made headlines in the last few years for selling for ridiculous amounts of money. I have a couple of them if anybody wants to load up my PayPal account. Bo Diaz, he died, I believe, in 1990 in his home in Venezuela in an accident at his home. Read about that in Sports Illustrated. You guys have heard me mention that a time or 2 here on the channel. Kind of a tragic situation. I believe he was installing a satellite dish on his house and I believe fell tragically to his death. Looks like we are not. I see an 87 Fleer poking up here, but nobody of name recognition. Cecil Fielder, is that a rookie? That might be his, I think it's a second-year card at least, so I'll have to look that one up. Pretty cool to get a Cecil Fielder early career card. He's not a Hall of Famer, but he had a couple strong years, 91, 90, about in there with some home runs. Hit 51 home runs one year, and I believe he hit 40 for the next, and then he just kind of fell off the map. Cooled off real quickly. A lot of these other guys, there's an 89 upper deck. Who do we have here? Now we're starting to get into some of the newer cards they like to throw in once in a while. Germain Marquez, or German Marquez, if I really wanted to butcher the name. 2017 Series 2 tops. Scott Harrison, Chris Johnson. Who do we have here? Chen Ming Wang. Placido Polanco. Definitely not Placido Domingo. Melvin Mora. Paul Conquero. Conurco. Always horrible with these names. Ryan Braun. Troy Tulowitzki. And our final card is Denard Span. Probably butchered those up. I don't know, maybe you guys know more about some of those other cards, the newer ones. The 2 best that I seen out of the older ones were Cecil Fielder and Kirk Gibson. We'll set those off to the side. We'll go ahead and do the 2019 Topps opening day. Excuse me. Let's throw down the seal or slip here on the back. Let you guys, if you want to pause that and look at those odds, maybe we'll get a mascot relic autograph, 1 in 15,000. Highly doubt that. Let's go ahead and rip it and see what we got. Start off with the Cubs with Kyle Schwarber there. Not too bad. Carlos Martinez. Corey Kluber. 150 Years of Fun. Jackie Robinson. Like that one. We'll set that one off to the side. Tim Beckham. Trevor Bauer. And Kevin Gausman. So, not the greatest packs in the world. Not the greatest repack box. So we got that Cecil Fielder, got the Kirk Gibson, got the Jackie Robinson card. We'll set those off to the side. Actually going to set all these off to the side because I got to pull some of those out for some of my other stacks to get separated. for the sets that I'm working on. And at some point, I'll probably have a want list of the 26 commons that I need that nobody else also has. But once again, we're up to 195 subs, so thanks again to the new subs. And I'm sure they probably came on board this weekend because of the Speedrome videos that I posted. Again, I went down to the Speedrome Thursday, Friday, Saturday with my wife. The World Figure 8 Championships were down there. Really a lot of fun. If you guys are ever in the area in the east side of Indianapolis, they have a 1/5 of a mile track, Indianapolis Speedrome. It's a lot of fun. They have lots of different classes of racing to go on, but the big event every year is the World Figure 8 3-hour race, and it was very exciting. It was just nonstop action. So definitely be going back to that event, as well as other events this year and next. But anyway, appreciate the new subs that have come on board. So keep liking the videos. Keep those comments rolling in. Keep those subscription coming in if you haven't subbed already. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Monday.